Hi, welcome to Sugar Free. This is the Daily Tarot for Thursday, the 18th of November 2021. I've shuffled, so I will cut. This is a major arcana reading. Moon in reverse. Sun in reverse. And the Tower. Okay. Right. Jolly good. Okay. Well, I think the most striking card here on the table, and the only one in the upright, is the Tower. And this straight away speaks to me of something that causes disruption and kind of shakes the foundations of things. That is nobody's fault. Whatever this is, whatever comes in to shake things up, is not our fault any more than that bolt of lightning is our fault. Sometimes stuff just happens, and the human mind likes to find narrative. That's why I enjoy reading tarot cards, amongst other things. It's something that the human mind habitually does, and we like to find reasons for things, we like to find justifications for things, we like to trace the lines of responsibility and accountability for things, we like to find someone to blame. In this situation, well, certainly where the Tower card is concerned, there is no one to blame. It is just one of those things. And it's actually, in a way, very difficult for us to stomach that, because, as I say, we like to know who to blame, who to point the finger at. On the plus side of it, it means that everyone is kind of not off the hook. Nobody even gets put on the hook, let alone to get taken off it. No one's on the hook for this, whatever it is. It's just something that just happened. Okay? And all religious and spiritual approaches really are attempts to deal with that, to find reasons for it. You know, in the Eastern end of things, we've got the matter of karma and reincarnation, even, to try to explain why bad things happen to good people and good things happen to bad people. The Christianity, we've got the matter of sort of sin and reward and heaven and hell and all sorts. You know, we're all trying to understand why bad things happen to good people and good things happen to bad people. Okay, so that's the matter of the Tower. Moon in reverse. What I'm seeing in these two cards, the Moon in reverse and the Sun in reverse, is that there's a sense, a sort of fast-moving realization that what is clearly illuminating rather than illuminating at second hand, at one remove, what we see in front of us isn't even really what it is. The Moon in reverse, in this reading, in this case, in any case, is speaking about, as I say, the shift from seeing things at one remove, from seeing data that is interpreted as the face of the moon interprets the light of the sun and reflects it, rather than, it's not emitting the light itself, it's just acting like a flipping great big mirror reflecting it. When it's in reverse, it's like, okay, we're not dealing with that secondhand stuff. But then the Sun in reverse comes and says, well, we're not dealing with that either. There's something much more complex going on here. And it shakes us. It shakes us, whatever it is. Because, you see, if we had the Moon in reverse followed by the Sun in the upright, it's like, okay, we're taking away the interpretative layer of the face of the moon, and we're coming directly into direct light, but we're not. We're not. Because that is in the reverse. So this is complex. This is complex. And I don't know, I'm getting the feeling of a kind of, you know, those mobiles you get, those hangy, sparkly things that you get. I'm getting the image of a mirror or some kind of reflective surface kind of spinning, and we're getting a kind of strobe effect where it's like light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, and we don't quite know what's going on, and the light doesn't last long enough for us to actually get a grip of what we can see around us before it's spun back round to kind of to the dark side, basically. And yeah, it shakes us, but I need to get more on this because this is pretty complex. Okay, we've got the Emperor, we've got the Empress in the reverse. Wow. All right, you know what? I think there's some sort of power grab going on here. And we got Death in the reverse. Okay, the way I'm seeing this is that in the context and while all this shifting, can you see it? Now you see it, now you don't. Now you see it, now you don't. And everyone's sort of there's a discombobulation going on. Something or someone is after a power grab here, and that's the Emperor. And it's not a natural, inevitable thing. Someone somewhere is thinking swiftly, on their feet, and exploiting this situation. I think this, Moon in reverse and Sun in reverse, is just kind of the prevailing conditions. But the discombobulation it causes is sufficient in the Tower card here to really, really confuse and like bewilder. There's a sense of bewilderment. And while that is going on, the laws of nature, represented here by the Empress, in reverse, are kind of shoved to one side and ignored in the interests of a power grab. So I don't very often give advice in these things, but I would just say if you're in, it's like the equivalent of being in a crowded place where there's all sorts of people like milling this way and that way, and nobody quite knows where they're going and what's going on. And there is some sort of thief standing in that crowd, taking advantage of the sense of confusion and uncertainty to go around picking people's pockets and taking charge of the situation very quietly for themselves. That's what I'm getting from these two so far. Okay, now Death in reverse. This is not going to get, whoever this is, or whatever force or institution this is in the Emperor card here, isn't going to get very far with this. They're not going to... this is not going to lead to any kind of natural upshot or any kind of natural evolution, nothing sort of moving forward. That's what the Death card is. It's the transformation of something coming to an end. And when it comes to an end, all the kind of, all the booty, all the wealth, it just gets cut down and becomes meaningless. And I think that's what this entity here, this Emperor entity, is after. While she's not looking, or she's just been shoved to the sidelines and everybody's confused and nobody knows what's going on, there's an attempt to kind of, to sweep up, basically, and to cash in. But it's not going to work, whatever it is. I'm going to get one more. This is quite unusual. Okay, the Star. Right, this won't last long, okay? This is swift moving energy. It's not particularly conducive to well-being or a sense of sort of inner stability. There's a lot of discombobulation around and people trying to take advantage of it. But there is a bigger force at work. Of the magnitude involved in the pouring of this into this body of water, this flowing body of water, with complete faith in the rectitude of what's being done. Because what this is being poured into is cyclical. And in pouring in, we are storing up to fill, okay, to fill those jugs again. Because as I've said before, this body of water flows, it goes out into the sea, evaporation takes place, and the clouds move over the land and rain down onto the land and replenish the water source. So there's something cyclical going on here. It's huge and it is beautiful. But we have this day of a certain degree of confusion, a sufficient degree of confusion to allow someone or something to try to take advantage of it in their own interests, in an attempt to kind of, I would say, steal the collective wealth here. And it's not going to work. But so basically, keep an eye on your pockets, all right? Keep what is precious to you very, very close to you, because there's a lot of confusion. And within that confusion, there are entities and individuals who will try to take advantage of it in their own interests against ours. So just keep it simple, keep it quiet, and keep your valuables, whatever they are, very close to you and a close eye on them. All right, this won't last very long. This is just a daily reading, but just keep what is precious to you close to you. Right, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.